Hi guys, how's it going? It's been, I don't know how long. I don't remember when the last time I streamed was. Pretty sure it was like an Ace Attorney stream, and I was supposed to come back, but a lot of things have happened since then. Today's a no camera stream because I'm too lazy to make myself presentable. So I'm just doing a very chill, very lazy, very laid back art stream today. I wanted to do an art stream where I was painting, like actually doing traditional painting. Um, but I can't open the windows in my room. So I can't do oil paints in a room with no windows open. So everything's kind of how do I say this nicely? A mess right now. There's been a volcano eruption in St. Vincent, which means that where I am is covered in ash. And I'm not gonna complain because, the people there have it worse than I have it here. But, with my allergies and, wanting to paint and all the plans that I had for things I was gonna do have gone through the window and across the other side of the ocean. So they're not happening. So today is just to remind myself why I wanted to start doing this in the first place, to remind myself why it's fun, and to kind of catch up with you guys a little bit. Because it has been a long time, and I figured an art stream would be a nice place to start, because it's very relaxing. I can make some progress on stuff that I wanted to do. I can actually pay attention and talk to anybody that comes in chat. It'll be great. I don't know if you guys can hear the audio. The mixer doesn't show me the audio volumes once I have it going to my headphones. It's very weird. So if you can hear something, let me know. If it's too loud, if it's drowning out the sound of my beautiful voice, you can let me know. So today, I'm gonna keep fiddling with my mic here to see what is the best position and gets the best sound, because I'm not quite sure about that. I switched it to like an overhead setup for today so that I can see my screen a little bit better, but I don't know how the sound is coming through with that, so I'll get some opinions on that later. So what were these plans that I was talking about? There was the painting that I was working on the last time I streamed art. It was an oil painting, and I was kind of talking through what I was doing and my process as I was doing it. And that was fun, and people seemed to enjoy it. So I wanted to continue that with the same painting, because I haven't done much work on that painting. But like I said, can't open my window, don't want to do oils in a closed room, don't want to hurt myself, don't want to, damage my lungs or something like that. So that's not happening. I could do some acrylic paintings, but I don't know how much I'm feeling that. Like, my acrylic stuff lately hasn't really been thought out, I guess. It's kind of just been like more going with the flow, just putting paint where I feel like it, abstract sort of thing. So I wouldn't really want to do that on the stream because there isn't really a lot I can talk about in terms of what I'm doing. Because I don't know what I'm doing. I'm just kind of going with the flow. So that's why I'm doing digital today. Now, the last time I did digital, let me see if I can find it. The last time I did digital, I was working on... Yeah, I'll bring it up. I was working on a specific piece that I'd been working on for a while. And just give me a sec. I'm going through all of my folders because I know where it is. It's just buried under layers and layers and layers of stuff. What's it even called? This is the problem with working on pieces for too long. You don't even remember what they're called. Right, I was working on this. Now, you might look at this and say, hey, this looks worse than when you did it. This looks worse than the last time we saw it. You would be correct. And that's because I went in and I changed a lot of stuff. Like, I can't even go all the way back to show you the stuff that I changed, because I flattened it because it was too big, because I was been going all over it and over it and over it and over it so many times that all of the changes I made, like, the file was getting too big, and like I wasn't going into those folders under there. It was in the way. It was getting annoying, and it was becoming ridiculous. So I flattened it down to this. Now the colors are different. I probably have an older file. There we go. So this is closer to what I would have left it off at in the last stream. There was more stuff done than what's on this, but this is closer to that. You might be wondering how I got from that to this. That's because I don't know what the hell I'm doing. And this is gonna be me preaching again. Do your sketches, know what you're gonna do before you start, and save yourself the time. I wasted so much time on this because I didn't have a plan. And then I got to the point where I was starting to render stuff and it still wasn't working. I still was not happy with the way, like, the characters were looking. I wasn't happy with the poses. I wasn't happy with the colors. Everything felt, like, overly saturated. It just didn't feel right. So then I had to go back over it again and just start fixing things again, even though I was at the point where I was, like, rendering. And you can see that here, where I've kind of changed the color red on the skin. And I've changed him. I just closed the other one, but it's fine. I've changed him, like, I've darkened his skin to get more contrast against the red, because the way that it was originally, like, these two, they were blending together, and you couldn't see him against them, and it was a lot. So I did that. I got it to this point, and then I was like, this still isn't right. Like, this dude is not in the good position. So I ended up having to just move him. And moving him meant that I then had to redraw the side of the face. I could fix this eye, which wasn't drawn properly. Like, it wasn't in the correct perspective. I could put the ear in on the other side and the shoulder, so now that looks a lot better. It actually feels like the head and the shoulders and everything are connected. It feels like the side of the face is actually in proportion. So it's better than it was. That's good. The problem was that then I had to move. When I moved him, then I had to redraw the hand. So the hand is back at sketch level. And he is back at sketch level. Which... oh, yeah, that's why I haven't touched this. I'm so mad because I've got to go in and render this dude from the beginning again, and I don't want to do it. I know it's going to be good when I finish it. Like, now I think it's going to be good when I finish it. I'm happier with where the characters are. I'm happier with his position in relation to them. It's a nice triangle formation in here. You can go from here to here to, you know, so I'm happier with that, but it's just that he's gonna take so much work, and I'm at the point now where I'm like, if I'm doing this, I'm gonna get reference and save myself a lot of trouble, because half of the fight to get this far was me trying to do this without reference. And I can hear my professor yelling at me about trying to do this without reference. I know, but that's what I did, and that's why I suffered. I knew I shouldn't do it, and I did it anyway, and I suffered for it, and it was a hell of my own making. So this will happen eventually, but this is not happening now. That's not why we're here. The reason why we are here, did I hit save? Yeah, okay. The reason why we're here is that I am trying out a new method of making designs or sketches, or, you know, finalizing my plans for my oil paintings that I'll do on canvas. Now, I have a plan to stretch some really big canvases. I'm talking like 4 to 6 foot canvases, 4 by 6 foot canvases, or like 5 by 3, or like some big canvases. I'm talking like big canvases. And I'm not doing what I did with that digital painting on a 6 foot canvas. I want to know what the hell I'm doing. I am learning from my mistakes. Even if, you know, the learning is coming way later. But all of this is to say that I have discovered a new process. Well, not really discovered. People have been doing this for a while. I've started using a new process for creating designs for my paintings. And that's how I got to this. So what I've been doing is I've been going through my photography, and I have a lot of photographs that I'm not using because either they weren't all in focus, or like the most important part wasn't in focus. Like maybe the face wasn't in focus, but the shoulder was in focus, or something silly like that. Or maybe like the pose was okay, but I liked the pose in the one after just a little bit more, so I ended up using that for the actual photography instead. So I'm going through a lot of my photographs where when I go out and take photographs, I take like hundreds and hundreds of photographs at a time. So I have a lot of photographs I'm not using. So I'm going through them and I'm trying to find a way that I can turn them into something because I have them. It's like the perfect reference there already, right? Now, clearly, the hands on this are not referenced, but that's okay. I can get reference for that when I start the actual painting. But this is enough for me to know what I'm doing. So what I'm doing is I'm starting with like this. So this was a photograph that I took near, oh my gosh, my brain just farted. Near Frank Kilmer Hall in Bridgetown. That's where it's like there's a little amphitheater out there. So I took this photograph because the photographer said he had a model shoot. So they had all these different models and different costumes and stuff. So this is one that I took, but I wasn't ever really comfortable using it. I never was super happy with it. Like, it's fine, but it's not my best. And I'm pretty sure if I zoom in on it, like, the face isn't properly in focus, or like maybe I caught the focus, let's make a new layer. Like, maybe I caught the focus like somewhere in here, right? So like down here is super in focus, but as I get up here, it's not really in focus. So that's why I'm not using this photo. But there were things about it that I did like. I really liked the shape of this dress. I really liked something about her pose, and I really liked her size. So I started going on top of it and trying to keep some of the elements that I did like. Man, my voice is gone already. Whew. Anyways, so trying to keep some of the things that I did like. I went on top of it just with a brush, like a regular. I think this brush just kind of looks like chalk pastels. That's what I kind of think of it like. It reminds me of like if you just took a chalk pastel and went on top of something. So I tried to kind of keep the things that I liked, but adjust the ones that I felt could use some refining. So I started like turning the background into something that I would use in like an actual painting, and adjusting the steps so they didn't necessarily look like steps, but I guess they still kind of do look like steps, but you know what I mean. And trying to figure out like what the main focus of this painting would be like. Now I'm doing a lot of experimentation with kind of hiding the top of the face from like the eyes up, and kind of merging that in with the hair and creating different shapes and like blending and seeing like how much of the body I can kind of flatten and what I can actually render out to create these different compositions and how they work out. So that's what I've been doing. So I started with this, then I went in on top of it, kind of keeping the colors that were there. It obviously just not what I ended up with. So then I'm starting to adjust the colors here, and this was like way too much. I was like, no, this is too much. But then there was a part of me that was like, or is it? This is kind of nice. Like, then I tried to pull it back in, try to keep like the feeling of like gold without sinking into that like dirty yellow in there. So I lightened up those areas. And you can kind of see I'm losing a little bit of the dress hair now, but that's fine. We still have like the main shape. We still have like an idea of where the pleats would have fallen from that. And I think that's the most important thing, because that's the kind of stuff that we can then reference when we go on to the main painting. And then adjusting the colors again, because yeah, that was a little bit too bright. So this kind of tinted it more to the red side. So her skin went a little bit more purple. The yellows went a little bit more red. The greens kind of darkened down in the background and became a little bit more muted because we're adding the red to the green. And then I went back in and then I started tightening up the shapes. So you can see here the bottom of the dress becomes this really nice pointed angular shape, which I really love. And then I guess I kind of went in with the hands, but they still look like claws. So, but that's fine, because that's just to kind of like give an indication of where everything is when you go on to the final one. And then just giving a little bit of the shine on the headdress, because this one I kind of went with the headdress instead of hair. I don't really know what it is. I don't know how this would work in real life, but I don't care, because I don't care. It looks cool. I like it, and it has this really regal feel to it. The only thing I'm not really sure about is the sun and the moon. I think they're a bit too large in the sketch, so what I'll do when I actually paint it is I'll probably scale them down a bit. So my plan is that when I actually start working on like these pieces, so I have more of them that I did. So this is another one, and you can see it went from this to this. I just did that all in one layer because that was just like, it just came to me like that. So I just painted it all in one layer. And that one's fine. And then there's another one like this. And this one took a little bit longer. But you can see the idea was there. That the first thing I did was I did hue saturation. And I just changed all the color of the grass into like an oceany blue. And then from there I just went on top of it and just, painted in what I felt like it was going to be. I mean, you can kind of get a feel for what I'm trying to do with these photographs from just these three. Where, like, I'm painting over most of the dress, but I'm keeping some of it in here so that we can still see where the folds form from the top. I'm changing the shape of the top and painting in, like, her arms and shoulders. But I still have her actual figure underneath from when I took the photograph to know where these things land. So I know where her shoulder is. I know where each of her shoulders are. I have shadows here to tell me like where her collarbones kind of are. I have this to show me where her chest is. I know where her neck is. I know where her jaw is. So when I'm painting these things in, I actually have a reference for where they're supposed to go. That's why they look more realistic as opposed to just me coming coming out with it out of my head. And I've come to like doing it this way. It's like going into your old archives and just looking for little treasures of photographs, like what can I do with this one, and what can I do with this one, and what can I do with this one, and I'm just sitting down and working on it, and then being like, boom, oh cool, that's something. Like I didn't think that would, like I never would have come up with that without this photograph. That's cool. So I'm super excited about this, and especially like doing things like erasing the parasol and then making it into a scarf that goes into the water. Like those are things that weren't there. But, you know, I made them there. It's cool. And there's enough reference for all these things. So, like, her arm and her hand is exactly the same as it was. Like, her other hand is exactly the same as it was. And I get to keep those things in there and use them. And I like it. So, my plan is that when I do get the frames, because I'm getting the frames made by a carpenter because I don't want to try to do that myself. And then I'll get the canvas, I'll stretch it, and I'll stream the process or record it in some way. And I'll stretch the canvas, I'll prime the canvas, I'll show how I transfer these sketches from the computer onto the canvas, I'll show the process of painting it, I'll upload process pictures, all that jazz. So that is my plan. I'm going to close these. No, don't save anything in case I change them. So that was the plan. But then the island got covered in ash. So everything that was planned became, you know, a waste of time. That's just me sipping tea, don't mind it. So yeah, that is the story of how we ended up here. So, I have a folder full of photographs. I went through and I found some photographs that I thought that I could maybe try to do something on a stream. I say maybe because I have no guarantee that any of these are going to work out. I have some that I started with and I was like, yeah, I'm just going to do a thing. And it didn't happen. The thing didn't happen. So I have some potentials. You're going to see the same face a lot. So thank you to the model. You're wonderful. You know who you are. You're also never going to see this, so it doesn't matter. So yeah, I have a couple of potential images, and I'm just going to open them. So I have this. I have... Ooh, Photoshop can't open this file. No, that's a raw file. Oh no. That's unfortunate. Damn, that's a raw file. Okay, so I can't use that one. Actually, yeah, I can. 1 second. I'm just gonna open that specific image in Lightroom really quick and export it as a JPEG. That's the word. So I'm just gonna export. I get that image to a state that I can work on it really quick because I did like that one a lot as well. So I'd like it to be an option, at least. Because I don't want to be like, oh, well, you know, I don't need it. And then I go through all the other images and I can't get anything out of them. And it's like, oh, well, I guess I did need it. So, here we go. Oh, no. Lightroom can't open it either. That is odd. Okay, so what I'm gonna do is I think there was another one close to this one. So I'm just gonna open that one instead. And I thought I was being so smart. Like, oh, look at me. I'm just gonna save all these images in a folder so that when I go to stream, like, I have everything together. I'm not just scrolling through looking for something new. Oh, you should know that nothing is ever that simple. Boom. Whoa. Maybe I don't have another copy of that image. That is concerning. Okay, well, I can find another one that's not quite the same, but has potential. There's another raw file. Oh, I was so... Why? Okay, maybe I should just... Yes, show only JPEGs, please. Thank you very much, Lee. Save me the trouble of trying to figure out what's a JPEG or what's a raw file. Let's try this one. That one's nice as well. Yeah, I kind of like... So I can't show you the one I mean unless... Maybe I can open it some other way and screenshot it. It's a whole lot. Okay, let's see if I can create like another version of this. Save a copy. Save a copy as a JPEG. Oh! We're cooking with oil, people. And it's sizzling. Let's go. Let's go back. Where were we? Work in progress. Potential. Boom! There we go. That's the image I wanted. Go away, you. I like this pose a lot. I wouldn't use it in photography because she's looking down. Her face is not in focus. All that jazz. Also, this outfit was not, I mean, it looks nice on her, but there's a lot of like wrinkles and stuff and in the way it falls, so I wouldn't necessarily use it. I don't think I use any images of her in that outfit. But what I did do is, saw that one. Don't worry, my brain's gonna start working eventually. Was this? This came from the same set of pictures that this came from, because she did a lot of really nice poses with that outfit, especially this one, but they didn't work for that. So I'm like reusing. Well, not reusing sounds weird. I'm working on top of them to create something new. Yeah, let's put it that way. So I have this one, I have another older one. This one is like a couple of years old now. Like, this is a couple of years old, actually. And I think I don't really like anything else about this photograph except her pose. I kind of just like, and I feel like I can work something with that, especially with the idea of all this room in the top. So I'm gonna go on top of this and give me some red. I forgot that when I do window mode, you can't see any of the other things, any of the other pop-up windows. It's fine. I'll tell you what I'm doing. It's okay. So what I was saying is that I like her pose, like, this shape. And because I'm going on top of it, I can paint out the fact that they're platforms and make them like just heels. And then I can play with what she's actually wearing, because I do like this a lot. And what I'm thinking of doing is playing with all of this room up here. So since I'm doing a lot of covering up the top of the faces and then making shapes, we can do something like that. And then cut it off around here. And it just kind of blends in. And then just figure out like what kind of outfit would go nicely with that. She's wearing a pants and a kind of baggy top in this one. But I don't know if I want to go with that. I don't even know if I want to go with like the super long hair going all the way up there like that. Maybe I could play with like shape like I could play, like there's so many things that you can play with when you get to this point. Because I'm like taking the pose part out of it. And then I can just mess with composition. And I think that's what I enjoy. Is just being able to mess with the composition and the clothes. Like just taking out everything else and getting straight to that point. And then there's this one. What I did like was the shapes in here. So I like this shape here. And the way that it creates like another shape in here. So I like that space in there. And I like that. So that shape is what I like about this. And she has really nice shoulders. So playing off of that I think would be really fun. And then the fact that she's looking down gives it like this atmosphere. Like there's something about the looking down as opposed to looking direct at the camera that it kind of gives you a different mood. Like there's a different feeling, like a different emotion to that. And that's why I like being able to, and you won't see her eyes. So you'll get like down here and something will go across here. And then I get to decide whether I just go like that to kind of play off of this shape going on here, to play off of like the triangles, because there are a lot of triangles in this, and that could be fun. There's just this, and then there's this one. The reason I picked this one was the light. I really liked that light just coming across there and cutting across her figure. So what I'm gonna do is I'm gonna, exaggerate that. So this background is probably not gonna be the background that's there. So I'll bring this light all the way across on the dress. So all of this would be light. And then it would continue down here. And then if this is the ground, I could have that in shadow, and then it could go like something like that. And that would be fun, because then again we're doing like this whole series is having the fakes blocked off. So then that can play into how it's just fun. Oh crap, I drew directly on the photograph. Wasn't anybody gonna tell me that I'm drawing directly on the photo? No? You're just gonna let me do it? Ah, damn it. Don't save, reopen. Mistakes were made, but it's fine. So I think I'm gonna start with this one. And I'm gonna go with that brush that I told you is kind of like a chalk pastel brush. But the first thing I'm gonna do is hue saturation and just just mess around. See if I can find a color that I like. Like, what color haven't I done, really? I have a lot of blues. I have a lot of, like, pinks. Do I have a lot of red? I feel like I've done red a lot lately. Maybe purplish would be a nice color. And let's go with a bluish purple. And then I'll just paint back out the skin, because I do want the skin to be her natural skin color. Hui. Oh, okay, that's why that was happening. I was like, this isn't doing it right. Like, this isn't painting back the correct color. I had it on gray, not on black, that's why. Always check your colors, kids. Right, so that's fun. And now I'm just gonna erase all of this. I don't know. Okay. Here's the other thing. Like, sometimes I do have to change that, like the posing of the hands and stuff. If I have an idea of like what I want to be there, like if I know what they're gonna be if they're gonna be holding something different or doing something different, then yeah. So I'm gonna be changing her hand a bit, just because I want that clean silhouette shape in here. And then there's the whole, what's she wearing? Because it's not gonna be this outfit. So let's just create a nice flat background. Well, not necessarily like flat. Flat's a bad word. A background without anything in it. Not necessarily all the same color, but just kind of color picking from what's already in the photograph's background based on the hue saturation shift we did. That way we know that most of the colors that we're using in this are already in the image, so that the skin doesn't look weird. Even though I did erase the hue saturation off of her skin, it still looks more natural this way, to me at least. Like, people will argue. People will say differently. And then I have to keep in mind the fact that I have like this really bright purple there. Maybe that's not the best choice. Maybe I need to bring it down to something a little bit more neutral-ish, a little bit more grayed. But that's still brighter, so we still have that silhouette feeling. And then we can pull this down here. So we still get like a nice outline of the arm, but we're not going for colors that are a little bit too strong. And I do kind of like this kind of like lit from below feeling we're getting. Like there's a light back here somewhere. We don't necessarily know what it is, but there's something that's giving that light there. And what I'm starting to get is kind of like this stage feeling. Does that make sense? It feels like stage lights. Like when you're okay, this is gonna sound really specific. You know, at the beginning of the Phantom of the Opera movie with Gerard Butler, there's like all these lights at the bottom of the stage that they're actually like, oof, that was an ant. There are like all these lights at the bottom of the stage, but they're like lit with flames, and they kind of go poof, 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 around the bottom as the chandelier is going up. I'm getting that kind of like stage light lit from below feeling. You know what I mean? Yeah. I'm feeling that. Now, do I want to keep this dark shape here? I'm getting a maybe. Like maybe bring it up higher. Something like that. And this is kind of feeling a little bit like the sister to the red one. Like already. It's like she just got up from wherever she was sitting. Like maybe she was sitting on this thing and she just got up because she's going to greet whoever just came in. Like she's the host of this ball, and somebody just came in and it's her duty to go greet them or something. So she's rising from her throne to go greet this person. See how stories are coming? See how stories are coming? Just like that. And I'm just gonna paint all of this out, just color picking every now and then to, you know, keep some of the variation so that it doesn't just become like wall paint, you know what I mean? Yeah, let's bring some of that a little bit higher. I like that. And then the kicker would be I need to erase that. It's a bit low. Would be from here, going around. Let's get the red out of the way a little bit. I might add back in some red because I do like the contrast of having some of that red in there. Otherwise it's like all purple. And then maybe it should go back first and then out. Maybe that would be cool. Into this big shape up here that takes up a lot of the canvas. That's a lot. That's a lot even for me. If I'm gonna do this much, then there has to be a reason for it. Like maybe there's something in it. I do like that though. I like the black around the neck. Like that. Like yeah, I'm liking that. That's cool. And let's bring back some of the cheeks. And I will paint on the face to change some details of the face so that it doesn't look exactly like the person. I have done a piece though where I used them as a model, as a reference, and because I wasn't being careful or because I was being too faithful to the reference, like the piece just ended up looking like her, and it was very awkward for me to try to explain that. But hey, at least it was a realistic looking piece, right? But yeah, so I'm gonna have to At some point, go over the face and make sure it just doesn't look like her. I like the idea of keeping the eye shapes like as her. How do I explain it? So you see her eyes are closed here and they're in shadow, and it creates this like downward triangle shape there. I like kind of using that as almost like the transition of where the shadow is. Just using that for where the shadow starts going up like this. And I think maybe this needs to be a little bit thinner, maybe not as white as I was having it. Would be nice, because it creates this kind of crown kind of shape. It makes me think of like a like those Egyptian, like Cleopatra style kind of thing. But the idea is that it's just like the natural hair forming these like big shapes. I'm like doing it with my hands, and I keep forgetting that I don't have my camera turned on today. Yeah. Let's go in with the... No, let's maybe bring some of this lighter over here. And I'm starting to like that. I'm starting to like this up here. I'm beginning to wonder if I just want to do like almost like a straighter line. Like not quite straight, but... Oh my god, you know what this looks like? This looks like Hunter x Hunter. Ah! This looks like when Gon like lost his mind and just went ham on Neferpitou. Well, I still like it. I can't unsee it, but I still like it. Oh man, that was a great episode though. What happened to Hunter x Hunter? I know they're still on the boat. They've been on that boat for like 5 years. They've been on that stupid boat going to like the New World or whatever they call it, or the Dark Continent, whatever it's called. They've been on that thing for years, and what's his name? I want to say Killua, but I know his name's not Killua. Killua's the Zoldyck lightning guy. Our favorite lightning boy. I'm talking about the guy with the eyes, that had those special eyes, and his entire family got killed because people wanted the eyes. I don't remember what his name is. It comes and goes. It's like right on the tip of my tongue. Oh well. I could Google it, but clearly I don't care that much. Okay, so what clothes? What do I want her to wear? I like this solid kind of neck thing going on here. I'm kind of feeling ruffles. Let's do a new layer. I'm feeling something ruffly, but I'm also not sure. Maybe I can do like ruffly from here. You know what I mean? But I don't want to lose this silhouette. Okay, let's... I was feeling like super ruffles. But I don't think I'm feeling super ruffles anymore. Should I do sleeves? Oh, girl, are we feeling a turtleneck long sleeve moment? I'm feeling a turtleneck long sleeve moment. The good thing is, I can just kind of follow what's already there. So like if the light on the shoulders in this shape, I can just follow that shape when I'm covering it to make this turtleneck long sleeve moment. So I know that it's not gonna come out looking weird. So like if here is dark and here is light, then I can just, you know, place my colors accordingly. It's almost like paint by numbers, but it's not. So I don't know why I made that comparison. Only to say it's not. But I guess it kinda is, cause I'm like I'm just following what the skin does and just going in. Yeah, I need to drop the opacity of this a little bit. I'm not getting a lot of good blending going on. This brush is very heavy and it doesn't really work with touch sensitivity. So like when you put it down, it just deposits a whole lot of color. So if you want to get blending in with this brush, you just got to go in and drop the opacity and do it that way. But I really like this brush because of all the color. I mean the texture is what I meant to say. I meant to say texture. That's, yeah. I like it because of the texture. It gives you this really nice chalk pastel, almost drawn by hand on a notebook, gray paper kind of feeling, and that makes me really happy. To be able to get that kind of texture in Photoshop makes me really happy. Okay, what did I just do? I adjusted the shape. My bad. So you can see what I mean by I dropped the opacity. So in order to match back the color, I'm having to press a lot harder. The only thing about doing stuff this way is that I'm realizing that I'm gonna need to hire a model and go out and take new photographs, because there's like, I lost a lot of my work with hard drive crashes and all that kind of stuff. I wasn't mad about it at the time, but now that I'm doing stuff this way, it's very upsetting. It's like all of those things that I could have, you know, transformed into new pieces, you know, or used to inform new pieces of work. They're just gone. Back up your work, kids. I say like I'm talking to 12-year-olds. Whatever. It's fine. Okay, yeah, I'm kind of digging this. Where was the light coming from though? Above. Light was coming from like this direction. So maybe not shoulder shadow. Well, maybe a bit of shoulder shadow, maybe more like, oh god. Maybe more of like this. I'll get it eventually. I'll have to zoom in on that, but that kind of look. Yeah. Right, so I'm trying to make sure that my shapes are correct, that I am putting in place, because this is going to inform my final painting. So if I'm looking at this to make the painting and this is extremely off, then I'm going to have a problem. But I'll probably have this up as well as the original photograph, as well as some extra reference of like hands and stuff that I would need. Let's do a high waist kind of thing. Let's make this all into a skirt. Yeah. Should we make it red? I was feeling that red before, wasn't I? And if I don't like it, I can just do something else. No, maybe I should do a red lip. Let's try a red lip. And then we can what have I done? What have I done? It's not a big deal. But I need okay, so let's, what was I saying? Let's try a red lip. This is one of the things about like drawing over a photograph, is that the turning edge. How I mentioned that there's a lot of dust where I am. The turning edge of things like the cheek and the lip, because you're capturing a three-dimensional object, it just kind of fades off. So there isn't like a hard line there like if I'm drawing normally. So when I'm trying to do things like test what a different lip color would look like, sometimes it doesn't look natural because it's like, oh, well, you know, that's not where the lip ends. You know, it goes around the corner. So then you have to just kind of fudge it. You fake it until you make it. And if you can't make it, then, you know, you just suffer. Yeah, that's the professional advice. Yep. Yeah, so I'm trying to like change the face shape and stuff a little bit. Otherwise they're like, because I'm using reference to the same person sometimes, they'll all end up looking like the same person, and I do not want that. I really want them to feel like a showcase of a variety of different people and face types and body types. Hence the needing to get some more photographs and more reference and stuff. Because then I'll just be using the same person over and over and over, and then I'll just be using the same body type over and over and over. And you know what happens. You know, you just end up with the same person over and over and over. Yeah, I do like that red lip. It could probably even be redder. Let's try it. Let's go. Go big or go home. I'm already at home, so you know there's not really much farther for me to go. Into my bed, maybe. Whew. 1 second. I'm back. Just needed to clear. Okay, so there's something happened here that I don't like. And what is it? What happened? What don't I like? What is it I don't like? I'm not sure what it is. Was it something that I did? Oh crap. Okay, so something about the way that I did those lips just now looked wrong. And this is what I'm talking about. How it's like very subtle things that can make it look really weird. And I don't really need to do it perfectly now, because once I start painting, man, everything is up for grabs. But you know, I'd like it to be nice to look at here. If it's nice to look at here, then when I repeat it, it should also be nice to look at. That's the hope. And I always end up spending so much time on lips. So much time. Just getting like the curve of the lips down correctly always takes so much time. Okay, center's here. I think I'm unintentionally turning the lips to face me. I think that's what I'm doing. Common mistake, you know? Because the line is here, right? Where my mouse is going. But I'm turning the lips to face me flat on, so they should be like that, but what I was doing was turning them flat to look at me. Ugh. Such a rookie mistake. Oof, my heart's being funny. Okay. Oh crap. Erased too much. And again, I erased too much. It's okay. It's okay. This is what I mean about like turning edge. How it looks weird. Like, but then her head's tilted down, and then the actual edge of where her chin was, you couldn't really see it. That's also fine, because when you actually paint this, like, you really should do it so that you just kind of make the colors there kind of close together, so you get that feeling of it turning away. But so many things to consider. All I want to do is slap some paint around. Okay. Do we like the red? By we, I mean me. We can leave it for now. And what now? You know what's happening here? This is giving me big hourglass vibes because of the skirt. I mean, right now it's a pants, but it's about to become a skirt. And I'm gonna keep all those wrinkles. See what I mean about like choosing what to keep and what to get rid of? Because those wrinkles are very well placed. I can probably actually try to keep the color here as well. So I can just use this exactly as it is from the photograph. I'll just leave it from the photograph. This is a sketch, not a final, so it's fine. And I'll just kind of color pick around it. We can do crop top vibes like this, and then give it like a shadow in here maybe. So make that shape the shadow so it feels yeah. I used to want to be a fashion designer. And then I realized that I don't think I can come up with that many outfit designs. But luck at me. Here I am anyway. Right, I still need to have like I need to have it at least like look like there's still the roundness and the shapes from the thighs and where the thighs are, even if it's not separate. What I can do is I can actually go in and try some different colors on top of this anyway. And I might end up doing different shapes and stuff on top of this. I might not like this shirt shape. What? Skirt shape. Actually, let's give that back a little bit of its sharpness. Okay. Yeah, I think I like it whiter. I think the whiter is more interesting. Okay, let's try some different color lookup templates. A 3-strip gives a lot of the color a lot of vibrance. That's the word. Ooh. That's cool too. That's too intense. That's too blue. It's too gray. Oh, no thank you. Well, that's kind of nice. It definitely softens it a lot. Film stock definitely gives it that intense lights, intense darks. No thank you. Nope. 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 That's nice too. I have a soft spot for this. I don't know why. Oof. That's back to blues. That's into blue again. I mean, I don't have anything against going blue again, I guess. There's nothing saying I can't use blue. Goes. See, that's too blue. And then that's just gray. This is kind of nice. It warms it up. And it just gives it a little bit of warmth. So the skin is a little bit softer. Maybe just a little bit of the eyes in there. Ah! I like that. However, that's a bit too bright. It needs to dull. It needs to dull down a little bit. Oh, come on. Oh, no wonder. I was like, why am I just using the wrong color? You're on the wrong layer, you idiot. Whew. Okay. I think I've done too much. I like the contrast of that being there. Maybe I need more, like, no, I don't like that. Okay. Getting somewhere? Question mark. Question mark, question mark, question mark. Okay. Maybe since I'm doing it near the eyes, I could do like I can kind of see. Okay, no. This feels like I'm hearing like the Final Fantasy 7 sound in like the tune of this song. I don't know if you can actually hear the music or not, but this song, it has like a dun 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 in like the background, and it just sounds, it just makes me feel Final Fantasy in my soul. Like finding the best spot to do this stuff is always the most difficult. Like for some of them it's easy. Thank you. Thank you so much. But yeah, finding the right spot to do the like the, I don't want to call it cut, but I guess it is. It's all, oh, wrong layer. It's always like the hardest part because that kind of makes it or breaks it. Like if the cut looks weird, then the whole thing will look wrong. Oof. Still not sure about the colors. Maybe I should just go in on an overlay layer and start messing around. I said red before, I think. So let's try red. Okay, yeah, let's stick with like overlay probably. Wow, that's a lot. Oh boy, that is a lot of color. Ooh, but it looks good with the, it looks good with the darker purple though. I can take this out and then the odd color purple kind of looks almost like an outline, so it doesn't really look bad. I can always just, oh wait, that's an overlay layer. Oopsie. I can just kind of fade it out anyway if I want to. Yeah, the red does go back with the lipstick. It's interesting. It's not colors that I would have used together before. Let's try. We're gonna just do some different filters on here and see what it looks like. Oh, see, I kind of like the blues again. No, not that tall. Nope. Definitely not. Ooh. Didn't mean to do that. This is a lot. It's a lot. Okay, let's just try. I'm gonna try shifting that color and see if there's anything else that I like. You know I like contrasting colors. Purple and orange. Oof. Purple and orange come through. I don't know. I honestly don't know. Maybe bring that back in. Not have it. No, I think it needs to be there. I think that needs to be there. I'm not fully happy with this yet. I don't know what it is. Do I need to crop? Is this too tall? Or is it too wide? Let's try to crop there. Maybe there was too much space. I was just thinking that I lost something. I feel like I lost something. Something has been lost in translation. And that's better. Okay. It was something on the positioning of the neck that didn't look quite right. I think it's because I didn't have it as dark. So instead of looking like the head was forward and down, it looked like the chin was scrunched up to the chest, and that was not the look I was going for. I think that's better. What about the red with the aqua background? That could look interesting, yeah. Yeah, you see what you see what I mean about how it looked like it was down to the chest. Yeah. Not what we're going for. Okay. I think I intended for this to be a chair. Is that what I said? I feel like I said that. That's cool. I like that quite a bit. So let's stick with this kind of thing. Thank you. I do have to think about the perspective and not letting it touch here and stuffs like that. Stuff, things. Thank you. Ooh. That's my alarm. I'm gonna have to stop soon. Okay. I know what I have to do. It's a very simple thing that I should have just done, but I didn't want to. Okay, so eye level is about here, maybe? No. I think it's at about chest level, because we're looking down at her knees, looking up at her face, so let's say eye level's about here. Still didn't do that right. But it's a bit better. Okay, I think what is the problem? What is the problem? Oh, the seat's too high up. So much of this is wrong. Ugh. It's fine if this is like, I say it's like it's a chair with a really tall back and tall arm so that she can have her hand resting on it. Yeah. And then her hand can kind of be like, resting on that like that. Something like that. I can fix this properly later, but that's the general idea. I'm just trying to figure out whether I'm gonna see the top of this or not. I think I'm gonna need to take photo reference for this chair. I feel like I'm taking reference for everything, which isn't bad, it's just annoying. This genuinely feels like it's in the wrong perspective. Let me just use this here to Hmm. Okay. 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 I think in my attempts to fix it, I went too far. Okay. So I'm just gonna use what's there to try to fudge a chair. And that was a piano, so that's obviously gonna be too high for a chair seat. So it needs to be more like down here. But the arm can be up there, I guess. Hmm. I'm wondering if I really need to make it lower, like try to move the piano lower, because that kind of looks fine there. You can just say that maybe the chair is up on a step or something. And I know that sounds like I'm fudging it, but it looks better at this height than it does lower down. So like this. Hmm. So like something like that. I keep feeling that this isn't big enough. Okay. Let's just make this its own thing. So now I have a chair that I can just move around. I think it needs to be that tall. I like that's not me being sarcastic. I genuinely think it needs to be that tall. You know what? She looks like a JoJo character. Oh my god. Oh my god. I've got that one JoJo meme stuck in my head now. Like the one with Dio and he's just walking. This is it, but from the front. Okay. Okay. I think I like that. But I think I've also said that like 4 times already. So, who might know? Thanks. I kind of keep thinking that it looks like an hourglass almost, but... And I'm fighting the urge to make the skirt that same shape because I feel like that would defeat the purpose. Okay, I think oh gosh, quite happy with it. I'm still gonna see what different colors would look like. Oh, that's a weird combination. Look how weird that small chair looked now. The small chair looks so weird now. That little tiny chair, no. Okay. Um... I think I might be done with this for tonight, actually. I might be done with it altogether. Because I think this is probably good enough for me to go into a painting with. Okay. Kinda wanna... Nah, that's too much. I kinda wanna off-center it, though. Oof, no. There's something that's bothering me. And I'm not sure what it is. There's something bothering me. I think it's the cut again. I think it's something about that area that's bothering me. Something is bugging me. And I can't figure out what it is. And I want, like, if I knew what it was, I would stop. Yeah, I might need to. I really might need to stop and come back at it another day with fresh eyes. I think it's something in this area. I think that might have been it. I may have gotten it just now. I think what I might have done is, in trying to smoothen out the shape of the neck and shoulders, I might have taken a bit too much off of the area and made it look weird. That's why you saw me going through all the layers and just erasing everything that was there. I was trying to get back to the original shape that was there. I think part of it is also the fact that I'm using an image where this person is looking down. So there's always that risk of, if you do it wrong, if you have like a line out of place or like a shade too dark, that is immediately gonna make that area look all chunky. Instead of just looking like they're looking down. So Thank you. Good night to you too. Bum 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 bum. Messed up again. Man. Alright, this face is just... You bothering me. Why are you being like this? Where is it coming from? Where are the extra lines coming from? Oh my goodness. Here. Okay. So clean face. And then I'll get it in. This is what I meant at the beginning when I was talking about how sometimes like the turning edge of the face can really mess you up when you're just trying to do things. Because there's nothing necessarily wrong. It's just that because there's no distinct edge in the photograph that I took, the lines that I'm putting down don't look right, because technically they're not. Like it's a soft edge, it's a blurred edge, because like the side of the face doesn't just stop, it's turning away from you. Like the like what we call an edge is just like the turning of the features. So that's what's causing the issue, is that when I then put in like a color or a line or something, it doesn't feel right, because I'm trying to do with one line what the face is just doing over. How do I, like, I know what I want to say, but like I'm not saying it correctly. Whatever. I'm gonna assume you guys get the point. This is good because now I can just kind of simplify. Okay. I think this is gonna be good. And I know I've said that before as well. So just humor me. If I zoom out and I don't see anything immediate, then I can stop. Yeah, I think I like that. I think I like that. Okay. Yeah, I think I'm gonna leave that. I think I'm pretty happy with that. I think the only thing that's kind of a concern is maybe like this hand here. But like it's not a huge deal. Like this is, oh gosh, that's too bright. Like I think yeah, I think that's cool. Yay! We finished one. So next time, I'll work on one of these. Yeah? And next time I'll probably have my camera on. I won't be as lazy. I won't be as lazy in the setup as today. So yeah. This was fun. And now I have another sketch. These are really fun to do. Like they're quick to do. They come out looking pretty cool. And I get to focus on like the design and the colors and stuff instead of trying to like draw the actual figure and do all that stuff at the same time. I get to just focus on one part. So I'm gonna save this. Save as. sketch number 8 question mark. Yep, sketch number 8. Okay. Well, I'm gonna call it a night now. So, thank you everybody who hopped in. Thank you for hopping in the chat. Thank you for spending some time with me tonight. I'll see you guys next time. Later.